Live 2K Spike Coach Dan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And we've got David Aldridge, our Hall of Famer, patrolling the sideline. Now it's taking
upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. The small and power forwards, the star pair of Brown and Tatum. The guards are Pritchard and White, and it's Vucevic in at the 5 down low. And for the Heat, they've got Mitchell. Bam Adebayo is out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then it's Tyler Hero, and it's Ware in at the center position. And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Pass to Adebayo. There's Hero with the 3. That's in, coming off an assist from Adebayo.
Well, he's a volume three-point shooter in this league. Hero can really do.
From the line, good on the shot.
And he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide open.
And it is dangerous to let him get it going this early.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with Eric Spoelstra.
Coach said they want to force Jason Tatum to uncomfortable spots on the floor. Now, they recognize those spots are few and far between, but Coach wants to keep Tatum out of the paint specifically. If his team can do that and force Tatum to shoot more from outside, they feel relatively good about the chances. Back to you.
Thank you, David. For Boston, they come into this one following a loss to the Knicks in New York. Tatum a screen. Here's Pritchard. Oh, that's blocked. They recover it. Tatum on the wing. He's guarded by Adebayo. 3 on the clock. The kick out to Brown. No good on the triple.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Now, Hero really played well against Brooklyn in his last outing.
Well, you know Coach loves seeing the offensive game plan being executed to perfection.
Here's Pritchard. And Vucevic kicks to Brown. And it's blocked. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter.
Far from an ideal start, only 1 for 5. Let's see if they can turn it around.
And Dwayne Wade is the first Heat player to be honored with a statue. And Greg, that's pretty significant for a very successful franchise.
And Kevin, well-deserved, right? D-Wade, the best player in franchise history. He helped bring 3 championships to the city. Plus, he's already got a street named after him.
All right, I'm just going to say it. He's 0 for the game. Might be time to stop shooting the ball.
Here's Mitchell. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Stan, you talk about a stacked roster. It's hard to find many weaknesses for the Celtics.
Yeah, Kevin, there's a reason the Executive of the Year award went to Boston's front office last season. The Celtics are built right, and they're built to last.
And the first one at the line is good. And Stan, it seems like time and again, the Heat uncover those hidden gems, turning unknowns into big contributors.
That's one of the things they do best, Kevin. The list of names like that is long, but look no further than Udonis Haslem, whose jersey they retired last season. Their hard work culture seems to breed those kind of success stories.
Well, Coach, Boston has been so close to that 18th NBA championship banner, finally able to win the title last season.
Yeah, they've been to the conference finals 6 times in the last 8 years. lost in the 2022 finals. They got over the top with 2 additions, Drew Holiday and Kristaps Porzingis. Those guys really helped.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. You look at the Celtics. They're 8th in the conference and really looking to improve on the back end of the season. And, of course, the Heat, they're looking to salvage what they can of the season.
I think for the Heat, they have been one of the major surprises in the NBA this season. Unfortunately, for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, I just don't know what has happened to them. You get the sense that their frustration is starting to reach a breaking point, too.
Now, here's Brown. They really needed more from him in that loss to New York. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Vucevic. Misses and the dry spell continues.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Mitchell kicks to Wiggins. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Floats it up for Adebayo. It's stolen by Brown. An even 3-on-3 break. Pass to Vucevic. Nice move. And there it is for him.
2 physical points from Vucevic. He enjoys bumping down low.
Well, it was Miami winning their last game against the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
Well, when you can build your lead with the second unit on the floor, that makes the game a heck of a lot easier.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for Adebayo. He's putting up about 17 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists. But that's just part of the picture. His defensive presence goes beyond the stat sheet.
Yeah, his true impact on the defensive end cannot be measured by stats.
Here's Pritchard. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing. Pass to Tatum. White against Hero. Vucevic setting the pick for White. To the middle. Vucevic with the bucket.
After setting a strong screen, the ball goes to Vucevic and he makes a play.
And here is Mitchell. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Ware passes to Hero. Rebound, Boston. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd. And that's obviously easier said than done.
Well, on the road, your defense needs to withstand runs from the other side, and that wasn't the case for them.
Now Adebayo. After Jason Tatum missed on that last three-pointer. For 3, Mitchell. It's hauled in by Brown. Celtics trail by 3. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
Terrific finish there from Brown. He goes up strong and absorbs the contact.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. He's checked in for Mitchell. Right now, let's have a moment to check out the NBA's best three-point shooters. In the third spot, Jason Tatum.
What a percentage that is for him from three-point range this season. His deep touch is about as good as you're going to see.
And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. Pass to Adebayo. Outside, Hero. Three-pointer. Boston grabs the miss.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Pritchard passes to Tatum. Vucevic a screen on Hero. And here's Tatum for three. Nailed from three-point land. Tatum's got 5 now.
Oh, boy. Tatum has ways to hurt you from every area on the floor.
Pass to Wiggins. To the left wing. Stolen by Tatum. And now it's Brown running. He can go all the way.
Yeah, we know Brown loves some aerial theatrics, and he really went all out there.
Awesome rewind courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. The Heat trail by 4. Right side Hero. Now here's Adebayo. Can they get it? Lefty move. Nice fake with the layup off the mark. For Boston, they've gone 6. Came from very humble beginnings.
Yeah, raised by his mother. And Kevin Bam's main motivation in life was to get her out of that trailer. He worked extremely hard and now arguably a top 25 player.
Now, Hero. Jason Tatum missing his last shot. Right block shot. Adebayo kicks to Ware. That's in, coming off an assist from Adebayo.
And with that three-pointer, how about ending that 11-0 run by Boston?
Boston's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Pritchard passes to Brown. Pass to Pritchard. Tatum with the screen on Hero. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Ware. Vucevic defending. Ware passes to Pop. Down low. It's stolen by Vucevic. Here's Pritchard. He's covered by Hero. Wiggins against Brown. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Andrew Wiggins. Stan, for coaches who are on the hot seat, how in the world do they stay focused?
Well, Kevin, I think, look, most coaches have very thick skins. You're going to get criticized every day. You have to know that when you get into the profession, and you just got to stay focused on the things you can control. And my brother always used to tell me, don't worry about criticism from people you wouldn't take advice from.
Ah, that's pretty good advice in itself.
It is. And when you talk about Jaylen Brown, you have to bring up his two-way ability. He's a pure scorer who can also guard the opposing best wing. There aren't a lot of guys like Brown in the league.
Terry Rozier's checked in for Miami. And the Celtics also making a change. Boucher is checked in, and he's good on the second. And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Terry Rozier.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Pass to Powell. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Outside, Hero. They set the pick. It's good. This game is all even. Hero's got 7 points.
Well, everyone views Hero as a shooter, but he is also a terrific finisher.
Here's Pritchard. Boucher passes to Vucevic. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
That's a veteran move right there. Vucevic so good with that shot.
The Celtics shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
The first one falls. So, Stan, you can talk about this. We always hear about Heat culture with the Miami franchise from top to bottom. Everybody is all in and focused in one direction, aren't they?
Yeah, Kevin, I think that is the greatest strength the Heat have had as an organization is they are all on the same page. And I think they've done it in large part is they have great continuity. If you just look up and down their staff, guys have been there forever. And that allows them to have a very consistent culture.
And teams have tried to copy that, and it's been very hard, hasn't it?
Well, it's been hard because the part they leave out is the consistency part. You can't build that kind of culture when you're making changes with your coaching staff and your front office every 2 to 3 years.
And with a moment, let's check out the stats for Vucevic. A strong stretch of play the last 10 games. He's averaging 11 points a game, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists. And what sets him apart is his rebounding. And as you can see, he's been in peak form.
Yeah, when a shot is missed, he has got great instincts for where the ball is going.
Free throw drops for Vucevic.
Well, he's as steady as they come at the big man position. Vucevic is someone you can count on to help you shoulder some of the offensive load.
The Heat making a switch here. Hawkins is checked in. And both free throws good for Vucevic.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throw.
Rozier the pass to Powell. Inside, Adebayo.
Oh, my. So much force in Bam's game right there.
And so Brown will bring it up for the Celtics. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin. Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla has talked about the 2 J's, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. He says they've been lumped together because they play a similar position, but they don't have to be similar. They've got to be able to express who they are and not constantly be compared to each other. They're not the same. Kevin?
In fact, David, remember a couple of years ago, there was some thought that maybe one following the bucket by the Celtics. To the inside. And Adebayo throws it down.
And this is too easy for Adebayo. Once he's close to the rim, he is going to damage it.
For Boston, they've gotten 7 of their first 16 field goal attempts to go down here in the first. It's stolen by Adebayo. Powell, the pass to Hawkins, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Well, Hawkins doesn't mess around. He likes to throw it down with force.
Now Brown. He's got 5. Rubio outside. Back to Brown. 6 to shoot. Vucevic a screen on Hero. Puts it up from 12. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about.
All right, you fans, get on and show some love for your Heat High Squad. On the court is your High Squad. It's time to get on your feet. Colorado System gets 3 features for one song.
Is checked in for Miami. Wiggins comes in for Tyler Hero. The Celtics also changing it up. Kate is checked in, and it's Tatum in for Brown. On defense, they lead by 4. Tatum on the wing. Over Wiggins. Tatum kicks to Rubio. Over Rozier. Rubio misses.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
There's the pick. Powell for 3. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Tatum looking around. There's 14 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Shot clock at 6. To end the drought. Yep, that one goes. Tatum's got 7 points in the game.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Guys, Bam Adebayo getting it done for the Heat. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Hey, look, it's simple. More rebounds means more possessions, and that's clearly been their priority.
Celtics trail by 5. Rozier's out there with Norman Powell. Then there's Jaime Jaquez. Then it's Andrew Wiggins, and it's Highsmith in at the 4. That's the group on the 4 for Miami. Kept alive, goes back up, and the layup is up and in. Keita's got his first bucket of the night.
Yeah, secures the ball off the glass. Does a nice job going right back up.
Now here's Powell. He's coming off a 28-point game against Brooklyn.
And he did a lot of work on the glass as well. He impacted the game on multiple fronts.
Now, here's Rubio. Norman Powell unable to get his last shot to go. Tatum with it. He's coming off a 37-point game against the Knicks in New York. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. 9 points in the game so far.
You see the basketball IQ Tatum has. Just taking what the defense gives him.
Up top Powell. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Now, here's Tatum. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. No, it doesn't go. His fourth miss in 8 attempts. The Heat leading by 3. Here's Hackett. Pass to Powell. Kicks it out to Wiggins. And Tatum with a clear path to the hoop. And it's Miami with the rebound. To the paint. Here's Hackett. Shot from 6. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Showing no fear. Jaquez Jr. is a steady player who can overcome the contact.
GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
Now here's Tatum. He's got 9. Pass to Rubio. Boucher the screen. Down low, a second chance effort, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And Eric Spoelstra, the head coach of the Miami Heat, receiving a record 8-year, $120 million extension. Greg, that's some big dough.
Is it ever? And remains coaching for the only NBA franchise he's ever worked for. Already one of the most tenured head coaches in the association, and that figures to continue for a while.
So, Stan, you started in the NBA back in the mid-90s. How is coaching different from, say, now to back then?
Wow, Kevin, it's just so different and in so many ways. The players have gotten better. Bigger, faster, more skilled. There's more coaches on a staff. Strength coaches have increased in volume and in influence, so there's less practice. Everything now has to be done differently.
Everything is bigger, isn't it?
It really is. Yeah, Jaquez Jr. is an unpredictable player, which is why he's able to draw these fouls.
First one falls for him.
Well, when you watch Jaquez, the first thing that jumps out is his...
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Boston. Trailing by 4. Oh, Tatum finds a way!
Terrific job of challenging the defense there by Tatum.
Here's Hackett. No good with the layup. For Boston, they've gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Here's Hauser. Pass to Boucher. Now Rubio. Lets a floater go. Rebound by Mitchell. Mitchell's got his 4th rebound in this one. To the inside. Here's Hackett. Comes up empty down low.
Well, that's the look he wanted, but the defense doing just enough to impact that shot.
Rubio, he nails it, and we're tied up.
And Tatum is all about doing what's best for the team. Superb as a ball mover in terms of finding his teammates.
Timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
Please, mighty welcome to the Heat Breaker Dance Crew.
And the Heat making a change here. Adebayo's checked in. Vucevic checked in for the Celtics. Pritchard comes in for Ricky Rubio. Here's Adebayo. 20 points for him last game against Brooklyn.
Yeah, and he also put in major work on the board. Just an all-around dominant performance. Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
Pass to Vucevic. Now here's Tatum. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Hawkes against Vucevic. Adebayo passes to Mitchell. Hawkes outside. Just 2 to shoot. Shoots over Vucevic. Hawkes can't hit.
Well, you can tell he's forcing things a bit at the moment. He's been trying to get it going, but this hasn't been his quarter.
Tatum against Mitchell. Vucevic gets double-teamed, and we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
It'll be a jump ball. Foul goal.
On the wing, Wiggins, guarded by Tatum. Mitchell kicks to Adebayo. Adebayo with a screen for Powell. Back to Adebayo. It's stolen by Vucevic. Powell against Tatum. Pass to Boucher. Cranes it from beyond the arc. Boucher's got 5 points now in the quarter. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Celtics.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And they are also just outworking the opposition in transition. When the break is on, they continue to find ways to score.
Well, there's the versatility Bam brings to the table. Defending, scoring in the post, facilitating. He's a complete package.
They stand from 15 feet in. Not many players more dangerous in this NBA than Bam Adebayo.
No, there's not, Kevin. He's got the total package when he gets in the mid-range area on down. He can shoot the mid-range jumper above the rim to finish. He can score with his back to the basket, and he's an outstanding passer.
We haven't even mentioned his defense, right? Because his defense is off the charts.
Always an all-defense consideration.
Pass to Vucevic. Just 5 to shoot. Great D that time from Adebayo. Miami's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Mitchell passes to Hawkes. Connects from three-point range. Jaquez has got 8 points.
What a setup for Jaquez Jr. All he has to do is focus and shoot.
Vucevic setting the pick for Tatum. There's the triple. Rebound by Mitchell.
Well, you like the competitive mindset there, trying to answer right back. It just didn't fall.
Pass to Powell. To the middle. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Vucevic. Stan, isn't it terrific? We're seeing these great stars in the NBA extending their careers more than ever before.
We certainly are, Kevin, and it's great for the league. The league keeps getting younger, though. These guys come into the league earlier. But I think what players have learned, it's not even just the basketball part. It's the strength and conditioning. It's the nutrition. They've taken care of themselves better, and that allows them to last longer. Yeah, Bam's a little undersized for his position, but he makes up for it with great effort, athleticism, and intensity.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Highsmith is checked in, and Hero subbed in for Andrew Wiggins. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And attitude plays such a big role in Adebayo's game. This guy is a worker. He doesn't mind getting his hands dirty if it means getting his team ahead.
Vucevic trying to get open. That's in, and the Miami lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Brown.
Showing the quickness right there. Just tough to keep up with it.
Inside. Here's Powell. Some solid defense from Brown.
Well, he hasn't had a great night shooting the ball, but they're in the lead, and that's the only thing that matters.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And Coach Derek White spent his first 4.5 seasons with the Spurs and Coach Greg Popovich, who did a lot to boost his confidence.
Yeah, Kevin, White was a late first-round pick. He's a humble guy, very hard-working. I don't even think he realized he could be this good.
And that one falls for White.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
And both free throws good for White. Well, Greg, Boston didn't just win the title. They won their 18th NBA championship in style.
No series went more than 5, going 16-3 in the postseason, Kevin. Half of those wins were by 15 or more. The Celtics really weren't even challenged during that title run.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, thanks. Jaylen Brown has put it all together. He said, I'm figuring out my spots to be aggressive. That's in my DNA. But also showing how I've grown. Being a great screener, delivering passes on time and on target. That's important to being a great teammate. I'm focused on being a better basketball player. Kevin?
Yeah, and he's a smart one too, right, David? He is something else. Outstanding stuff, DA, as always. Free throw good, Adebayo.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And Adebayo drops them both. Celtics trail by 4. Here's Pritchard. No scoring in this one. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Adebayo's got 5 rebounds tonight.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Powell, the pass to Hero. Back to Powell. Clock at 6. Pass to Adebayo. Jaylen Brown with the rebound. Boston's gotten into trouble with the 3-ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Nifty move. And it's good on the way in. Brown's got 4 points this quarter.
And look, Brown is good at capitalizing inside, which is why the defense has to push him further away.
Now here's Powell. He's got 5. Mitchell looking it over.
Well, he brings the heat. Hero giving the people what they came to see.
Celtics trail by 4. Pritchard passes to Vucevic. Here's White from the arc. And he's good on the 3-ball. White's got 5.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Pass to Adebayo. It's stolen by Vucevic. With some arc, it's tipped. Here's Brown. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Powell, the pass to Highsmith. You coached Stan at various levels for 30 years. How has the transition been to the broadcasting business?
Well, Kevin, it's been great because of people like you and because I'm undefeated.
Right. But do you miss the aftermath when there's at least a score sheet? There's a scorecard that says win or loss.
I do miss that. There's no question. I miss the competition. I miss the camaraderie of building toward a result. But I've started to get some of that in broadcasting as I've gotten to know my partners better.
Well, it's great being your partner.
Likewise.
And the Heat making a change here. Ware's checked in, and a change for the Celtics. Walsh is checked in. And he can't hit the second. Boston trailing. Pritchard passes to Walsh. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Heat.
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on the defense.
And they've also been effective from beyond the arc tonight. And if that continues, guys, it can really open up the rest of their offense.
And he knocks down the first one. Andrew Wiggins is checked in for the Heat. That one drops. He ties it up.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
Mitchell passes to Ware. Now here's Adebayo. He's covered closely. Puts it up from 15. Rebounded by the Celtics. Vucevic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Brown. Here's Pritchard. Covered by Mitchell. White against Hero. Vucevic a screen on Hero. Again, the miss by the Celtics. For Miami, they've gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. Boston shooting 38% in the second quarter. Offensively, they look a little bit confused.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Pass to Wiggins. Hero with it. He's picked up by White. Here's Ware. A 14-point game for him in the win against Brooklyn. 5 to shoot. Miami needs to get a shot off. Hero, no good.
Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach.
To the inside. Pass to White. Here's Walsh. Pritchard passes to Walsh. Lets the three fly. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. It's the Celtics up by 2. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, how does the defense you're playing impact your offense?
It just energizes us. We have an ignitable group, and that's how we play. So we have to continue to stay the course and try to keep them off the three-point line as best as we can.
Yeah, those runouts get your guys going. Thanks a lot, Spo. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Hello and welcome. First up, folks, let's take a moment to see how things are shaking down in the Rookie of the Year race. Let's go back in time to Shaq's rookie season. Kenny, what was your first impression of him?
I was in shock. I'd never seen a combination of size and skill beat us. I knew he couldn't beat us. I was like, it's no way. I don't care what he has.
You know I can read your mind. I know you wanted to say a combination of size and ugliness, but that's okay. I'm the belle of the ball.
You could never beat us.
And as we review this first half for the Celtics, still anybody's game.
I love the depth of this team, man. Their subs have been huge tonight, giving them a scoring punch that they needed most.
And credit their coach for a rather liberal substitution pattern. He mixed and matched beautifully in that first half. Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at Bam Adebayo in this game, guys, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. A 2-point game. Starting off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. White in at shooting guard, with Brown playing small forward. Vucevic is out there with Tatum, and it's Pritchard in at the point guard position. And Stan, as he enters his prime, Jason Tatum is shooting to become the face of the NBA.
Yeah, and Kevin, he knows winning is the key. For a star player on a great team, learning that balance, when to take over and when to set up your teammates is a big part of it.
Boston leading by 4. Pritchard passes to Vucevic. White with it. Brown deciding where to go with it. Doesn't go that time. Wiggins with some nice D. Here's Hero. That one falls coming off Adebayo's feet. Adebayo's got 4 assists in the game. And for the Celtics, they're shooting around 41% on the night. It's Brown on the wing. Covered by Wiggins. Brown the pass to Tatum. Tatum from 3.
Well, just another night in the office for Jason Tatum. We've come to expect big games from him. He is that special.
Here's Hero. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. Hero's got 4 points this quarter.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
Now here's Vucevic. Tight defense on him. Just 5 on the clock. Boston needs to get off a shot. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by the Heat. Wiggins has got 5 rebounds tonight. Hero on the wing. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And at this point, Tyler Hero's used to hearing his name in just about every trade rumor that comes along, Stan. I would assume that's got to be a little disconcerting for a player.
It probably is, Kevin, but give him a lot of credit. It never seems to bother him, at least in terms of affecting his play on the floor. He still puts up big numbers. He plays with great confidence. Tyler Hero's an outstanding offensive player. Well, remember, Hero came into the league as a scorer, and he's only gotten better, continuing to round out his game.
And Hero drops them both. And here is Tatum. 14 points for him. And he comes up with the deuce. White's got 7 points in the game.
I like that from White. Attack in the heart of that defense.
Pass to Adebayo. Adebayo with a screen for Hero. Wants to get it to Adebayo and does.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Wiggins against Brown. Tatum on the wing. Miami grabs the miss. On the wing, Mitchell for the lead. That's in, coming off an assist from Adebayo. Adebayo's got 5 assists in the game. The Celtics have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Pass to Vucevic. Brown against Wiggins. Brown outside. That one doesn't go. Wiggins with some nice D. And here we go. Fast break. Wiggins has got it. Now here's Adebayo. He's covered by Brown.
Well, give him credit. Offensively, Bam has been fighting hard, really taking it at the defense.
Outside Tatum. Pass to White. Will it go? And it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
Boston.
And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And this is why coaches stress the importance of defense. Big block there in this close game.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He wants to check in with his team and regroup.
If you see yourself on the big screen, then you know what to do. Show us your move. You have the camera on you. Defense
over the course of the last 10 games, these big men have been the NBA's best at the charity stripe. Nikola Vucevic, fourth, and, of course, Jason Tatum.
And a lot of these big men take the confidence they have in the paint straight to the free throw line with them. I mean, that makes them very hard to handle.
Yeah, what a luxury for the coaches. They can trust their bigs to make free throws. That takes a load of stress away.
Here's Pritchard, still without a basket. Stolen by Mitchell. Floats it up for Wiggins. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Verticality gives Wiggins the upper hand, almost unstoppable once he's midair.
Tatum kicks to Brown. Can they get it? Down low, Vucevic, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, defending Vucevic, it's rough and tumble.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Heat.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk.
Another place they've had the upper hand tonight is in transition. They've gotten a bunch of their points off the fast break.
And the first one drops.
And one of the most underrated bigs in the NBA. Vucevic quietly dominates on a consistent basis.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
And what a player Jaylen Brown has become. My goodness.
Mitchell passes to Wiggins. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Pass to Ware for 3. It's hauled in by Brown. Brown's got 7 rebounds in the game. Tatum with the screen on Wiggins. Brown outside. Tatum down low. He's guarded by Adebayo.
Yeah, from the moment he entered the league, Tatum's shown so many different moves. A polished offensive force.
Hits his first trip to the line.
And with an 86% free throw average, you can count on him to come through on most trips.
And he makes the first.
Well, there's no question that Tatum is one of the best scorers in the game today. And because he was so good at such a young age, it's easy to forget how young he still is.
Boston making a switch here. Hauser's checked in. That one misses.
And it's the attention to detail that sets Tatum apart from most players in our league.
Mitchell outside. Pass to Adebayo. Double team on Adebayo. Shot clock at 5. There's Hero with the 3. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Vucevic. Norman Powell's checked in for Mitchell.
Number 24.
On defense, Boston. Wiggins outside. 5 on the clock. Here's Hero. Gets it to go from 18 feet away. Hero's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Yeah, just a flick of a wrist. Tyler Hero with the scorer's mindset.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
get on your feet and make some noise for your Miami Heat Celtics.
A moment now to see the stats for Tatum. The past month has been surreal, averaging around 26 points per, 5 assists, and 6 rebounds. And the phrase stats don't lie absolutely applies here. He's been a monster on the court for this team.
Yeah, look, he is truly the kind of player you build everything around. Your plays, your lineups, it's all about setting this guy up for success.
Here's Hauser. Still scoreless. Vucevic setting the pick for Brown. Shoots over Powell. And with that, the Heat lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Brown.
Well, you got to know the scouting report on Brown. He's solid cashing in from the mid-range.
And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
Here's Tatum after the made shot from Norman Powell. Here's Pritchard. Good, nice job down low.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. It's a thing of beauty.
Hero kicks to Adebayo. In the corner, Powell with it. Back to Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Super work on the boards. Boy, they really want to put their foot down on him now.
Yeah, and once you've got him on the ropes, Greg, just keep swinging away.
Yeah, this is the spot where coaches want you to be relentless. Don't even give them a glimpse of it.
That's good, and the Heat lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Brown. Hero kicks to Adebayo. Adebayo the screen. Wiggins with the bounce pass. Adebayo down low. Tatum on him. Takes a 3. Rebounded by the Celtics.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Tatum gets it inside.
Well, you know Jason Tatum can score, and that's exactly what he's done thus far.
Outside, Hero. Pass to Ware. Jacks up a 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Ware's got 6 points.
And what a half for this offense. If they can stay this high, a great chance to extend this lead.
The revenge 3 from Tatum.
Well, he's going back to the arc. He might be building some momentum from range here in the second half.
Wiggins outside. Back to Hero. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Hero's got 12 points in just the second half. Pass to Pritchard. Back to Tatum. Out of bounds. Miami takes possession. And here's the upcoming schedule now for the Miami Heat. On Wednesday, they'll tip it off. A road trip beginning in Oklahoma City where they'll take on the Thunder. Then on Thursday, they'll be facing Kyrie Irving and the Dallas Mavericks.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
Now, Hero, 21 points in the game. Back to Rozier. Pass to Hero. To the middle. Hawkins outside. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. Celtics trail by 4. To the paint. Hawkins with the steal. 3 on 3. Here's Hero. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Well, when Hero gets his offense going, he holds nothing back. He just keeps pouring it on.
Rubio against Rozier. Brown outside. And shot on the way. Andrew Wiggins pulls it in. Wiggins has got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to Rozier. Back to Wiggins. And here is Rozier. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. And a wide open look for Hero. That 3 off the mark.
Well, so far in the second half, he hasn't been able to get another 3 to fall.
Here's Hauser, guarded by Powell. Hero against Brown. They need this one. Great D that time from Hero. The Heat leading by 6. Pass to Wiggins. Boucher with the rebound. Boston's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Hauser the pass to Rubio. Boucher with a screen on Rozier. Shots good by Boucher. Boucher's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Powell, that's good. And the Heat lead by 6. And we've reached the end of the 3rd. Heat lead by 6. And 4th quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
Yeah, that's great decision-making, and one that embodies a team-first mindset.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. So with Wiggins sitting on the bench, this is who Eric Spoelstra has on the floor. Jaime Jaquez is out there with Bam Adebayo. Then there's Terry Rozier. Then it's Mitchell, and it's Powell in at the small forward. The shot by Adebayo. Pass to Rubio. Here's Hauser over to the left wing. Rubio outside, down low. It's stolen by Adebayo. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Jaquez the pass to Powell. Now here's Adebayo. He's guarded closely. Pass to Rozier. Tries the spin move. The shot by Mitchell, no good.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Outside Tatum. Now, here's Boucher. Here's Queta. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Now here's Powell. Powell sets a screen for Mitchell. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
Ricky Rubio. First personal foul. First team foul. 1. Davion Mitchell.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Celtics trail by 7. Now Tatum. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Fires for 3. Rebound by the Heat. Adebayo's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. And it's stolen by Ricky Rubio. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Wants to get it to Adebayo and does. To the middle. Here's Hawkins. And Boucher sends it back. Tatum passes to Boucher. Tatum against Rozier. Pass to Hauser. Here's Keita. Rubio outside. Just 4 to shoot. And here's Tatum for 3. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Adebayo's. Hawkins the pass to Mitchell. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Adebayo kicks to Powell. Hits it from three-point range. Powell's got the lead up to 10 now for Miami.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Now, here's Rubio. The kick out to Tatum. Inside. And so Boston again turning it over.
Well, that's an unforced error. If you want to drive your coach crazy, that's the way to do it.
The Heat making a switch here. Ware's checked in. And a change for the Celtics. Pritchard, he's checked in for Ricky Rubio. Here's Mitchell. Pass to Powell. And here's Adebayo. On the wing, Hawkins. Adebayo with a screen for Hawkins. Drives to the hoop. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And the Heat lead by 12.
Well, that's where Hawkins is most effective, when he's attacking off the dribble.
Here's Pritchard. To the inside. And that one is stuffed right through.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. Tatum against Hawkins. Here's Ware. Down low. Adebayo shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
There's a guy who just stays active all the time. Bam Adebayo.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The Celtics. Jaylen Brown comes in for Chris Boucher. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. Celtics trail by 8. Pritchard passes to Tatum. That one, no good. That's tipped. And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for the Heat. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Outside, Rozier lead earlier. Wiggins passes to Rozier. The rebound by the Celtics. Vucevic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pritchard passes to Tatum. Tatum draws the double. And he gets the whistle. Pass to Hackett. Buries it from three-point range. And the Heat lead by 11.
Well, Hopkins doesn't shoot a lot of threes, but he can hit those when he's feeling it.
Outside, White. Tatum with a screen on Hero. Here's Pritchard. Rozier defended. And they hit it. He's got something his players need to hear. And immediately.
All right, you fans, get out and show some love for your Heat High Squad. Your High Squad. Get loud and let them hear it. If you like pizza, you've got to get loud.
Different look for Miami. Bam Adebayo comes in for Jaime Jaquez. And Davion Mitchell subbed in for Rozier. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address the team. Now, he wants his team to stop playing it safe. He said, we've got this lead by doing what we do, and we can keep it if we don't get too cautious. Play our game. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Now, here's Mitchell. Has to wear. Outside, Hero. The train drills it from outside. Hero's got the lead up to 12 now for Miami.
Well, that's his first 3 here in the second half. Gotta think he'd like a few more of those.
Pritchard passes to Tatum. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. He'd have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. Hero, no good. Celtics trail by 12. Pass to Pritchard. Now here's Brown, covered by Wiggins. Brown against Wiggins. With the step back. Brown kicks to Tatum. Misses the 3.
And even though the quarter has been a struggle, it doesn't look like he's lost his confidence. He keeps looking for a shot.
Great use of the bounce pass there. You gotta love that.
Boston's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the fourth. Pritchard passes to Vucevic. White looking around. Brown inside. The kick out to Tatum. Puts up a deep 3. It's hauled in by the Heat.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
That's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
Where? Good.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's White. Brown outside. Trying to get something going. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Brown's got 5 points now this quarter.
And a quiet first half from distance. Didn't even try a three, but now he's 1 for 2 from deep in the second half.
Here's Mitchell. Wiggins outside. Corner shot. And it's Miami with another.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here.